Mr. Liao Fan Yuan's actual name was Huang Yuan, alias Kun Yi. He was born in Wuqiang County, Jiangsu Province. When he was young, Mr. Yuan married into and lived with the family of his bride by the surname of Shu in Jiashan County, Zhejiang Province. As a result, he was awarded a scholarship by Jiashan County and became a government-supported student in the county. He passed the examination for Jiren in the township in the 4th year of the Longqing period during the Ming Dynasty under Emperor Mu Zhong. When Mr. Liao Fan was a student, he liked to study everything, whether ancient or modern, whether important or otherwise. He became an expert in astrology, law, irrigation, military affairs, politics and feng shui. Mr. Liao Fan's family was not rich, yet he liked to give alms. He led a thrifty and simple life by chanting Buddhist scriptures and incantations and sitting in meditation every day. No matter how busy his public or private affairs were, he never failed to sit quietly for his meditation sessions every morning and evening. He was 100% a philanthropist.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Tianji. Tianji, go back to the house and study.
All right, Father. I'll go now.
Is 2 cents. Okay, thank you. Please come again. Hot steamboats. Come here, come steamboats. Fresh from the steamer. Steamboats. Uncle, how about a few steamboats just fresh?
Mine is a small family. Just give me 6.
6 buns! Okay, please wait a minute.
Please come and buy my wares.
6 buns. Very soon they'll be ready.
Give me 2 sesame seeds cakes also. My son likes them.
Okay, please hold on a minute. Uncle, please hold carefully. 2 sesame cakes also. The price is 8 cents. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yes. Steam buns. Hot steam buns, just fresh. Steam buns. Hot steam buns.
Very special offer.
Hot steam buns.
Many dumplings available, many things available.
My dear lady, are you all right? Are you sick? What has happened to you?
Not sick. I'm just very, very hungry.
Oh dear. Why have you left your house before taking your meal?
I've come out to look for some food because there's nothing left back home.
I have some steamed buns and sesame seed cakes. Please take them and eat. Eat slowly. Don't choke. Eat slowly. Yeah, eat slowly. Old lady, it's getting cold. Take this money and buy some clothes.
You're really a philanthropist. I wish to pay my last respect
No,
to you.
old lady, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't, please. If we don't have compassion for others, then we don't deserve to be humans. Don't. Please eat.
My benefactor, what's your name? I want my descendants to remember your kindness forever.
It is not necessary. Take good care of yourself. That's all I need.
Father?
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm hoping to be placed in the first 5 positions. But my mind's terribly confused. Looks like there's no hope.
You have to be patient. Impatience is not a virtue.
Father, I don't know why my mind can't be calmed down. It looks as if I'm fated not to come out top.
As long as you're willing to study hard and try your best to do good works, you can change your own destiny. It is often said, refraining from all wrongdoing and practicing all forms of kindness brings about a reduction of distress and the coming of fortune. This is the basic principle behind creating one's destiny.
Is it so? But all the people in the temples have said that our fate is predestined. How then can it be changed?
This is merely the viewpoint of ordinary people. No wonder you are confused. Okay. Let me relate my own experience as an example for you, so you may understand it much better. Yes, you will understand. Sit down. My father passed away when I was young, and Mother persuaded me to learn medicine instead of becoming a scholar. In her opinion, learning medicine would be a good way to support myself and to help others. Besides, having a skill, I would never have to worry about making a living, and I could even become famous. According to her, this was my father's wish for me. I listened to Mother and gave up the idea of becoming a government official. Until one day, when I went to the Compassionate Cloud Temple. Good morning, Your Eminence.
Gentlemen, from your facial appearance, you are destined to become a government official. Moreover, you will attain the rank of erudite first-level scholar next year. Why don't you study then?
Oh, this is because my mother said to me. He appeared to me to be a sincere person, so I told him my reason for giving up studies to learn medicine. I also asked him about his life experience.
My last name is Kong. I come from Yunnan province. I have inherited the knowledge of Mr. Kang Xie Shao, who developed the art of prediction very well. By calculations, I am supposed to pass it on to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master. Please follow me. So I invited Mr. Kong to stay in the house and told my mother about him. Please have some tea.
Mrs. Yuan, forgive me for being direct. 5 generations ago, your Yuan family was a flourishing one. Unfortunately, after a disaster in spring 47 years ago, you were the only surviving family member in the whole clan. Moreover, your husband died at a young age.
Mr. Kong, you're really a master fortune teller. Even a disaster a few decades ago cannot escape from your calculation. You're indeed a living immortal.
You flatter me. I only made my conclusions based on the art of prediction. No wonder it is so accurate.
Mr. Kong is such an expert in the art of prediction. Why don't you ask him to help predict your destiny?
Yes, Mother. Believing what Mr. Kong had said, I began to study again to prepare for the examination for erudite first-level scholar. Once again, Mr. Kong made a prediction for me. According to him, as a student, I would place 14th in the county examination, 71st in the regional examination, and 9th in the provincial examination. The following year, at the 3 places of examination, I placed exactly as he predicted. Then I asked Mr. Kong to calculate the predictions for my entire life. The results of his predictions were that I would pass such and such a test in such and such a year, I would become a civil servant in such a year, and in such a year I would receive a promotion. Finally, I would be appointed as a magistrate in Sichuan province. After holding that office for 3.5 years, I would resign and return home. At the age of 53, I would die around 2 o'clock in the morning on August 14th. It was fated that I would not have a son.
Father, aren't these predictions wrong? Now you are over 60 years old, and I'm your own son.
Let me continue. From then on, the outcome of every examination I took turned out exactly as Mr. Kong had predicted. Mr. Kong predicted that I would be promoted only after receiving a salary in the weight of 91 dans and 5 durs of rice. However, I had received only 71 dans of rice when a senior education official recommended me for a promotion. I secretly began to doubt Mr. Kong's predictions. Nevertheless, the prediction turned out to be correct after all, because the recommendation was turned down by his superior. It was not until several years later when Mr. Chiu Min-ying saw my old examination papers and exclaimed that the essays were well written, and it would be a pity to bury the talents of such a great scholar. Mr. Ying wanted their magistrate to issue an official order for me to become a candidate for imperial student under his authority. After undergoing this eventful promotion, my calculations showed that I had received exactly 91 dans and 5 durs of rice. From then on, whether it was promotion, rank, or wealth, I deeply believed that all came about in due time, and that the length of one's life is predestined. I began to view everything in a more detached manner and ceased to seek gain and profit. After being selected as an imperial student, I was to attend a university at Peking. During my year-long stay at the capital, my interest in meditation grew, and I often sat silently without giving rise to a single thought. I lost interest in books and did not study at all. One day I paid a visit to the enlightened Zen master Yun Gu at Chixia Mountain. This visit changed my whole destiny.
Mr. Yuan.
Master.
The reason why ordinary people are unable to attain sagehood is because they have too many wandering and false thoughts running through their minds. In our 3-day meditation, I have not observed the slightest wandering thought arising from you. Why is this so?
Mr. Kong has clearly predicted the entire outcome of my life. The time of life, death, promotion, and failure are all predestined. There is no use or need for me to think about it.
I thought you were someone of remarkable capabilities. Now I realize you are nothing but a common mundane person.
Master, please explain what you meant.
An average person's mind is forever occupied by wandering and imaginary thoughts. So, naturally, his life is bound by the Shi of yin and yang as well as fate. We cannot deny the fact that fate exists, but only ordinary people are bound by it. Fate cannot bind those who cultivate great kindness. This is because their virtues accrued from kind acts are so great that these acts will alter their original destiny for the better. The merits accrued can actually change their destiny from suffering to happiness, poverty to prosperity, and short lives to long lives. Similarly, fate cannot bind who commit great wrongdoing. When a person's bad deeds are so great and powerful, they will cancel out the good fortune and prosperity predetermined in his original fate, and his life can be transformed from good to bad. For the past 20 years, you have lived your life according to Mr. Kong's predictions and did not do a thing to change it. Instead, you became bound by your own fate. If you are not considered an ordinary mortal, then who is?
Can one escape from his fate then?
We create our own fate. Good or bad fortune is also determined by ourselves. When I commit bad deeds, disasters are bound to strike. When I cultivate kindness, good fortune will naturally come my way. It says so in all the great ancient books of wisdom. In the Buddhist teachings it is written that if one wishes for and seeks wealth, position, a son, a daughter, or longevity, one can attain them. One only has to cultivate kind deeds in order to escape the control of fate. Since untruthful speech is one of the greatest offenses in Buddhist teachings, we can be assured that these are not lies. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas certainly have no reasons to deceive us.
But Mencius once said, whatever is sought for can be attained. The seeking is in oneself. This refers to inner qualities such as virtue, kindness, and morality. These are all qualities we can work toward. However, when it comes to outside factors such as wealth, fame, and prestige, how can we seek to attain them? Don't these have to be granted by others?
Mencius was correct, but you misinterpreted his meaning. Huining, the sixth patriarch of the Zen school, has taught that all the fields of merit are within one's own heart. The outside is merely a reflection of the inside. By seeking within ourselves, we can not only attain the inner qualities of virtue, kindness, and morality, but we can also attain wealth, fame, prestige. These are embodied in one's fate. One will attain them even without having to seek. Therefore, if one cannot reflect within one's own heart, but instead blindly seek from outside, then this search is in vain. By the way, Mr. Kong has predicted that you will not receive an imperial appointment nor get a son, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
If this is your fate, then you should reflect on your past deeds. What are your feelings?
Those who receive imperial appointments all have the appearance of good fortune, and I do not. I am very impatient, intolerant, indisciplined, and speak without restraint. I also have a strong sense of pride and arrogance. How is it possible for me to receive an imperial appointment? There is an old saying, life springs from the dirt of the earth, and water too clean often harbors no fish. The first reason why I feel I do not deserve a son is because I am addicted to cleanliness, resulting in the lack of thoughtfulness for others. The second reason is that harmony is the cultivator of all life, but I have a quick temper. The third reason is based on the principle that loving kindness is the basis of reproduction and harshness is the root of sterility. I overly guard my own reputation and cannot sacrifice anything for the sake of others. The fourth reason is that I talk too much, which wastes a lot of chi or energy. The fifth reason is that I also delight in drinking alcohol, and that depletes my spirit. The sixth reason I do not have a son is my habit of staying up nights, not knowing how to conserve my energy.
According to you, then, there are too many things in life you do not deserve. Not only fame and a son. We should know that both good and bad fortune are all formed from one's heart. Whether a person should enjoy fortune or starve to death are only consequences of their own actions and thoughts. The heaven merely leads the happening of events according to the forces of nature and does not impose any interference. This is just like the weight of a person, depends on his own content and not that the balance is being partial. Do you understand? Similarly, bearing children depends on the kind of virtue accumulated by a person. For example, if a person has accumulated enough merit